Hey guys, it's Meg. What's up? What's poppin'? Welcome to the podcast. Many of us have scrolled on social media and seen a little monster with fangs clipped to a person's back. But what is a Labubu? And the only source I ended up using is from NPR, and it is titled Labubu, a plush toy that is causing a frenzy. Here's its origin story. Dun, dun, dun. I don't know. I feel like I need some type of sound effect after that. It just seems so fitting. But this article was from June 18th of 2025, so this year. And what is a Labubu? It is a plush doll. It's a bag charm. It has a vinyl face and hands and feet. One recently sold for 6 figures. Insane to me. They come in various sizes. They come as just a plain figure. They come like plastic figure. They come as like plushes, stuffed animals. And most commonly, and what's most seen across everyone's social media, is they come in blind boxes. There's also a lot of series. There's the Macaron series. There's the Have a Seat series. There's a Coca-Cola series. They just came out with a new one that was tie-dyed that I really wanted to go for, but it's insane trying to get them because they're so popular. It's giving Black Friday, like the crazy long lines, but like virtual. It's actually insane. Maybe Edit and Meg can come up with the name of that new series because I can't think of what it's called. Hey, what's up? It's Editing Meg, and this series is called Big Into Energy. But there even has been people dressing up as them at pride parades and immigration raids in Los Angeles. A life-size figure, which I looked up, apparently it was 4 feet, sold for $170,000 at an auction. That is crazy. But what even are these figures and how did they even start? Great question. Here's the origin. They are actually storybook characters created by artist Kai-Zing Lung. He was born in Hong Kong but moved to the Netherlands at age 7. It was in the Netherlands where he discovered Nordic fairy tales and fell in love with the elves characters. He created a book series in 2015 known as The Monsters, which was about a playful group of female elves known as Labubus. And that is where Labubus come from, guys. They're literally a storybook character. And it was saying when he launched the book series, he was actually launching his own figures at the time to go along with it. But in 2019, he ended up teaming up with Pop Mart, which led to their quote-unquote global craze. Labubus are described as kind-hearted and eager to help, though their good intentions can sometimes lead to chaos. And according to the artist, there's over 100 different Labubus in the book series. And there's also others besides the little monster elves that we see. I forget what they were called. Hold on. Okay, so there's Zimomo, who is a larger leader figure with a tail, and who's often seen as the quote-unquote cool older brother of the group. There is Mokoko, who is a sweet heart-nosed character with distinct eyelashes, known for her close friendship with Labubu. There's also Tai Coco, who is a shy skeletal figure and Labubu's quote-unquote love interest. There is Pato, who is a dreamer with droopy ears who comes up with clever plans. There is Pippo, P-I-P-P-O, a humorous river elf known for enjoying life to the fullest. And then there is Spooky, a snowman-like character who is often depicted as a friend or even a half-brother to Labubu. And this is all according to, I'm sorry, I used the Google AI because it was the fastest. I was trying to look up if you can buy these other characters, and it does look like some of them came in like a plastic figure blind box. And I think I found one Zimomo plush one. But yeah, they come in like blind box series. Like I said, I named a couple of them earlier. And then they come as actual just random figures already made, not a part of a like a mystery series. Okay, in the US, one blind box goes for $27.99. But resellers or scalpers, that's their name, scalpers on eBay, have some for over $149 for one single one. There's a lot of clothes that are created now to dress up your Labubu. That's the thing, to dress your Labubu up and attach them to your bags. Besides people like dressing them up, they're also customizing them by like re-dyeing their fur, they're tattooing them, and I think it's so cool how people are changing the looks of their Labubus, and I love watching the video on them. And as with everything that seems to be popular and crazy, there is a dupe, or a counterfeit in this case, what they're calling them, of Labubus called Lafufus. And I will say, I do personally own a Lafufu, but only because I wasn't even going to try to forget a Labubu, because it's actually insane trying to get them. Like, on launch days, they sell out within minutes. Minutes they sell out. And, like, there's hacks people have found with tabs and doing certain things. And it's like, I'm not going to try to find it. The line at Pop Mart on days, they don't even tell you when they're getting a restock because of how crazy people get over them. Like, I'm telling you, it's Black Friday, but like every time there's a launch for these things, people go crazy, people go feral. There's also been people stealing Labubus off people's bags. So people have been locking them to their bags with like literal locks, or like securing them in a way that you can't just rip them off. Like, it's actually crazy how crazy people are getting over these little plush doll toys. But I do have a Lafufu. I named her Annabelle because at the time, this is when that Annabelle doll was going on world tour, and I just thought it was so fitting because, you know, people view Labubus as creepy and people view the Annabelle as creepy. So I was like, this is perfect. But also, not to skirt, but to skirt. What happened to that? Remember when she was going on her little world tour, her little Everest tour? She went to Penn State. Then she went to like Louisiana, then Texas, and then crickets. People stopped talking about it. It's giving back in like, when was it? 2016, 2017, the clowns that just randomly popped up. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I think about that quite often. At least once a month, I will think about what happened to those clowns. It's like they got dropped into the story and then randomly disappeared. I really hope someone knows what I'm talking about. It's giving that. Do you want to know something that's crazy? Is after I recorded this episode, a few days later, they moved the doll again. So when I started recording this editing part, she was just in Gettysburg. I don't know if she's still there. I think she left. Also, a lot of stuff happened. Maybe we should do a whole episode on Annabelle for spooky season next season. Let me know if you would like that. But yeah, I have a Lafufu. She's not that bad. I've seen some really bad Lafufus, especially on TikTok. Like, I've seen people where the eyes pop out, or like they're just like a bald doll dressed in an outfit. Mine's not that bad. The only thing is her head turns. Their heads aren't supposed to turn. Also, they say to know if you have a counterfeit, something about the teeth. There's like a number of teeth you have. Also, her little Pop Mart stamp on her foot is very much bleeded and blended out. Like, she's definitely a fake, but she's not too bad. But that leads me into how I was saying, like, people think they're evil. There's now a new thing with Labubus that people are claiming they're haunted. I'm being so serious. People have been claiming that they're haunted and that bad things are happening in their house, so they've been throwing out their Labubus. They've been like, yeah, this is bad juju, she's out. Not my Annabelle, though. My Annabelle is very much still in my room. Before we jump into this week's episode of Deep or Dumb, I forgot to mention, but Labubus have this little theme song jingle, and I'm sorry, but it is the most annoying yet catchy thing I have heard in a long time. And if you haven't heard it, don't go look it up because it will get stuck in your head. But also, right before I went to go record an Edimeg, I was scrolling on social media and I came across this thing that was talking about Labubus in like trinkets and collectible items and how toxic they could be for our mentality, and I just thought that was crazy. But that's gonna lead me into this week's episode of Deep or Dumb. Cue the music here. Welcome to Deep or Dumb, the thought spiral we're all about to go on. And very obvious is, do you think Labubus are deep or dumb? I know a lot of people are gonna say they're dumb. I think they're deep. I think they're so cute. I'm probably that one person that's like, they're so cute. They're so ugly that they're cute. That's what I love about them. They also do remind me of the monsters from Where the Wild Things Are, even though they're not the same thing. It gives the same vibes, and I loved that story, so that's another reason why I love them. But I think they're cute. I think they're a way that we can, what's the wording I'm thinking of? Accessorize, but like show off our thing. What am I trying to say here? Personality. That's the word I was looking for. They're a way we can show our personality by the way we decorate them and dress them. And I think they're cute. I think they're fun too. And there's just something about a blind box. I love a good blind box. I have so many blind box collections. I have Smiskies, I have Sunny Angels, I have the little calico critters. I just love a good blind box. Like, there's something so satisfying. Like, the dopamine burst you get from opening a blind box, I am here for it. So I think Labubus are deep. I think they're cool, and I think it's amazing that this artist had a book series and created little figures off of their book series, and it blew up, and it's amazing. It's cool to see. So the next time that you're scrolling on social media and you see these little teeny tiny monsters, just know they actually originated from a book series. They might be ugly to you, they might be cute to you, but I don't think they're going anywhere, or at least a little bit. But like all trends, who knows what will happen to them. Thank you for tuning into this week's episode of Hey Guys, It's Meg. You can follow Hey Guys, It's Meg _podcast on Instagram for updates and good times. Come back next Monday for the season finale. Don't know how we're already at the season finale, but come back next week for the season finale where we're going to talk about the lucky girl syndrome that's been going around. I'll see you all on the flip side. Peace out, Girl Scouts.